Hey everyone, it's Kim and welcome to the 26-week pregnancy update. Yes, friends, it is time for another pregnancy vlog. I know this one's a couple days late. We have had a relatively busy past few days. Yesterday my father-in-law was in town, so he came to visit, and as well as his girlfriend who lives in Greece. She is stateside for a little bit visiting. So they have a long distance relationship, obviously, Florida to Greece. So she's in town, so they came down and they spent the day with us. And so normally I would have filmed this yesterday, but it is now Wednesday and I'm just getting around to filming this. So you will have to pardon my appearance. I am rocking the messy bun today because it's just one of those days. I don't know if you can tell by my voice. I still do have that cough that I had last week. I still have it. Have not been able to shake it, so I apologize if I sound kind of funny as well. But 26 weeks pregnant. So this week marks the last week of the second trimester. Next week we will be in the third trimester. That is crazy. This is going, I say this every week, but this is going so fast. Third trimester already, which basically means 13 weeks until she's here. I feel like my brain might explode. It's going so fast. I feel like I need to wear like triple seatbelt or something because I feel like we are just speeding down this road of pregnancy, and it's really exciting, but it's also really scary how fast it's going. So yeah. Next week will be third trimester. We are down to the double digits, only 95 days until our estimated due date. So that's pretty crazy. We're down to the double digits from 280 days roughly of pregnancy. We're down to 95 left until the estimated due date. So if you're not so good with weeks, maybe that's a little bit more of a reality shocker. 95 days, that's it until our due date. 109 days max until she's in my arms, 109 days until I hit 42 weeks. So in 109 days or less, she will be in my arms, which is mind-blowing, but still really, really cool. This week, at 26 weeks, she weighs a little bit over 2 pounds, and she's approximately 15 inches in length. So she's getting pretty big, which is awesome. I love seeing like how big they are each week and how much they've grown from like the week before, you know, estimated. Because, you know, obviously every baby and every pregnancy is different and they all grow at different rates. But my midwife says she's growing right on track. So I know what the app says is pretty close to what she actually is. So around 2 pounds, a little bit more than 2 pounds is average for this week, which is, it's a lot to me. Like that's really cool. And then 15 inches, so she's getting nice and tall in there, which is awesome. Viability this week, we are another range. We are 80 to 90% viability, which seeing those numbers so high at 80 all the way up to 90%, it is such a confidence booster, and it is just a wonderful thing to see that we are at 80 to 90% viability. It's very, very, very exciting for me. My personal weight gain thus far this pregnancy, as of this morning, I was 245 pounds, but that is an 8-pound total weight gain for this whole pregnancy. I can't remember what I was last week, but this week I am 245, and so 8 pounds grand total gained. So I'm at 26 weeks and 3 days to have only gained 8 pounds. It's a lot better than I was with my son's pregnancy. At this point with my son, I had gained like 20 to 25 pounds, I want to say. Probably closer to 25 pounds, maybe even closer to 30. Well, no, between 25 and 30 pounds probably I had gained at this point. So for me to only have gained 8 pounds is really good. I'm very pleased with that. I am continuing to hope that you know, at most I'll gain like a pound a week from here on out. I don't want to gain too much more because I know once I give birth, I'm going to start doing my weight loss vlogs again. And I want to get down to like between 160 and 180. Really where once I hit a point where I feel comfortable in my skin and I feel like I look good, then I'll cap it. So I'm giving myself a nice broad range there, 160 to 180. So I'm gonna have like almost 100 pounds to lose at the end of this pregnancy. So I am kind of hoping not to pack on the weight in this coming third trimester. I'm hoping to continue to keep the weight gain as minimal as possible and still maintain a healthy pregnancy. So I'm trying to stay as active as possible and eat as healthy as possible to best facilitate that. But if I wind up gaining weight, oh well, it's part of it, and I can always work hard after it's all over, and I can always lose it all. So that will be, once I have the baby, you can look forward to weight loss vlogs. So that'll be that. So 245 this week. In really, really exciting news this week, we picked a nursery theme. We went to Bye Bye Baby, and I was looking and looking and looking, and those of you who've been to Bye Bye Baby know this store is vast. It's huge, and we're just going down, you know, looking at all the different nursery themes and bedding and colors, and I was not seeing anything at all that I liked, and I was getting so discouraged. Everything, even my husband would be like, "Oh, what about this one?" I'd be like, "No, it's ugly to me. I don't like it." He was like, "Okay," you know, and I could tell he was starting to get kind of discouraged, like, "Okay, you're way too picky," you know. And right as I was giving up, and I said, "All right, you know what, we're just not gonna find anything here," I give up, and we turned to leave, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a display that was like kind of tucked in the back, and I went, "Oh, what's that one over there?" And he's like, "Is that for little boys?" I was like, "It looks pretty neutral." So we went over, and it was this really, really cute classic Winnie the Pooh, and I didn't notice it till I got up close that it was Winnie the Pooh. I just saw like beige and yellow and green and like a nice cream color, and I was like, "Oh, that's really pretty," you know. So we went over, and it was actually classic Winnie the Pooh, and it's Disney, My Friend Pooh, and here's a picture. So that's what the theme looks like. So that's the theme we've decided to go with. Obviously, you know, that picture displays it on dark wood, but we do have a light wood crib. We have decided that we are going to get all new nursery furniture for Baby Sparrow, but I think we are going to stick with the light wood. We're going to go light wood again and do white. The crib set, the furniture that we have picked is Sorel brand, and it's the Cape Cod crib and changer combo, and then there's a dresser too. But here's a picture of the crib and changer combo. So I think that's the one that we're going to wind up purchasing. It is a little pricey, and just to give you a hint, like the dresser by itself is like $500. But the nursery furniture we have right now, it was hand-me-down when we were given it for Bear, and so it was kind of beat up, and you know, it wasn't new, which we don't mind. But at this point, we don't even know where half the screws are to like put it together. It's just been like, we've had it dismantled for so long, and then it's been stored in our garage, and it's just been collecting dust and bugs and stuff, and so we figured, we'll just get rid of it and we'll just get new furniture. So that's currently the furniture set we kind of have our eye on, and we probably will wind up purchasing that one unless we stumble across one that we like more. But I think that's the one we're going to go with, and I'm very pleased with it. So that is our nursery furniture and our nursery theme. So we have that all set up. I've got ideas. She won't have an actual nursery until we move in January. But even once we move in January, she's still going to be in our room with the crib sidecard to our bed for a couple months after we move, probably till she's at least 6-7 months old, you know, just because we like to co-sleep, and I find it's easier to breastfeed at night when the baby's right there, sidecard to your bed, as opposed to having to get up and go get her. She'll just be right there. So that's the plan. But her room, once we get a place that has a room for her, her room will be that green and yellow Winnie the Pooh classic Pooh theme. So we are very, very excited about that. And in other big earth-shattering news this week, we are 99.9% sure we have chosen her name, which is very exciting for us. After I did last week's vlog, I was just really thinking about it, and I just kept looking at the names on the list. And I just kept looking at them, and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start looking into the deeper meanings of the names, not just the surface meaning, like, oh, it's a French origin, and it means this. Like, or, you know, it's Germanic, and it means this. So I decided I'm going to take these names that are on our list, you know, 6 or 7 names, and I'm really going to look and see, like, the deeper soul urges, if that makes sense, of the name. And, like, the essence. Really try to find the essence of the name and the spirit of the name. So I went and I did that, and I had my husband do it as well. And when we were both done, once we were both done looking at these names, we came together, and I said, did you find one that you found really just struck a chord with you and that you felt was just right? He's like, I did, actually. It surprised me because it wasn't my favorite on the list, but once I really looked into the deeper meaning and just the soul power of this name, it resonated with me, and it felt right. And I said, well, I had one of those too. And one of these names on the list stood out above all of the others, and it just, in my brain, it was like the sense of peace came over me, like, this is your baby's name. And we kind of looked at each other, and I was like, I wonder if it's the same name. He's like, I don't know. So we went 1, 2, 3, and then we both said it, and it was the same name. So we both had chosen off of that list the same name based on the deeper meanings and the characteristics and attributes of that name. So that was really cool that we both, that particular name resonated so strongly with both of us that it stood out among all the other names on the list. And so we've kind of been trying to refer to the baby as this new name, and surprisingly it fits so well. I can't believe we didn't see it before, but it feels so right. It feels like a puzzle piece has just dropped into place, and it's perfectly aligned, and it fits with our family. It works well with all of our names. It works well with our last name. Our son can easily say it. We asked him to say it, and we just asked him to say the name. We didn't tell him what context it was in. We just said, can you say this? Like, just say it for us. And when we said it, he ran up to me, and he hugged my belly, and he laid his head against it, and he said, hi, baby, and he said the name. So it was like he instinctively knew that's her name. Like, he heard the name, and he just knew we were talking about the baby. So that was just kind of another sign for us that, okay, this is it. This is her name. This is just what it's meant to be. No, we will not be sharing that name until she is born. That's just kind of been our plan all along. We won't be sharing the name. But I did want to share with you that we have found her name. Of course, I might give birth, and we may look at her and just say, actually, never mind. But at this point, we are 99.9% sure that this is her name. And we're very confident. I am so confident that I'm actually going to go out and get some things with this name on it, because I'm so sure that it just fits. It feels so right. Every time I say this name, it's just the sense of peace and love and strength that it feels like it's radiating from this baby. And I just think we found her name. And I know I've rambled about this, but I'm very excited. So we have a name, we have a nursery theme, we've got furniture, everything is coming together beautifully, and it just makes me so very happy. So that's kind of like the big things that have happened this week. As far as symptoms go, I'm still having heartburn, I'm still, having insomnia, which then leads to fatigue during the day because I'm not falling asleep as well at night. But it is definitely getting better with my melatonin tablets, my valerian root tea, and my papaya enzyme chews. If you're new, check out last week's vlog. I do like a little mini review on those 3 things that my midwife recommended to me to help treat heartburn and insomnia during pregnancy. I found that they were all very helpful. I'm still finding them very helpful. So those are definitely helping. New symptoms this week. I'm finding that my breasts are growing again. And I'm finding this week they're starting to get tender. Now they are not leaking yet. They did not start to leak on their own until like 38 or 39 weeks with Bear. So I'm not expecting them to just start leaking everywhere now, but they're getting this heavy, swollen, tender feeling, so I know that they're gearing up for it. They're not leaking yet though, so I still have some time, I think, before that happens, but I can tell it's on its way just based on how my breasts feel. My areolas are getting darker again. I thought they had kind of reached their darkness peak. They haven't changed color in a little while, like a couple weeks, but now I notice that they're starting to get even darker. So that's another sign that they'll probably start leaking soon. I'm sorry if you hear background noise. The lawn guys are here. They're like mowing the grass and stuff, so I don't know if you can hear that. If you hear a really annoying noise in the background, that's what that is. If you don't hear anything, ignore this. So yeah, and then another symptom that I've noticed has gotten worse this past week, it's not so much new, it's just gotten a lot more noticeable, is my lower back and hip pain. Especially when I'm like laying down in bed and I go to roll over, it's just like my hips, it's excruciating, like stabbing pain. Like someone is taking me and it's just stabbing me in the pelvis and in the hips. And it's more my left hip than it is my right. It's like my left hip and groin, that like my whole groin muscle, if that makes any sense. It's like that's what primarily hurts. My right side isn't nearly as bad as my left. I'm not really sure why that is. It's just where the pain is located. So I'm just kind of trying to take it a little easy, like on that hip. I'm not babying it. I'm trying to move slowly. Like when I'm getting out of bed, if I try to go too fast, it really hurts. So I'm just trying to take my time. I'm trying to kind of move a little bit more slowly. I'm trying to give my joints time to relax and open up, especially first thing in the morning before I just start waking up and using them. I'm finding that I need to give myself time to open and just expand before I start my day. So I've been waking up a little bit earlier than normal, setting my alarm like 15 minutes earlier so I can very slowly get out of bed and I don't lose any time in the morning. I'm just waking up a little bit earlier so I can stretch a little bit before I start my day, and I find that that helps me minimize the pain a lot. But I am definitely noticing the pain. So, and I know it'll only get worse as the pregnancy goes on, but that just means that she is big and she is strong, and that my body is stretching and opening and doing what it needs to do to prepare to birth this baby. So I don't care if I'm in pain 24/7. If it means, you know, this pregnancy is healthy and it's carrying to term, I am more than happy to deal with any aches and pains this throws at me. Yes, it is inconvenient, and yes, it's a bit annoying, but it's so worth it. So can't really complain. My cravings this week, I haven't really had any that have stood out to me this particular week. It's just, this week I'm just kind of eating anything and everything. I'm just like, oh, I'm hungry all the time. So that's just where I'm at this week. I'm just willing to eat anything, basically. And now a quick note about my baby shower. I'm starting to get kind of nervous about it. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you'll know that we planned a birthday party, my son's second birthday party, you know, back in December. And we planned it and invited about 30 people, and nobody showed up. And we had pizza and chips and drinks, and we had everything set up, and people had RSVP'd that they were coming, you know. So my son was so excited. My party, my friends are coming to my party, you know, presents and cake and ice cream and pizza. And he was so excited. And then nobody came. And then I tried calling people and no one was picking up their phones. Like, they knew, oh, party, we're not going. And then like nobody would talk to me about it afterwards. Nobody was willing to like face me and give me a good reason why they ditched my son's party. I cried about it for like a week, that we worked so hard on this party and then nobody came. And my son cried the day of the party. He was upset He was like, where's my party? Where's my party? Did people forget me? And I was like, oh, honey, like, it broke my heart that, you know, people couldn't take the time out of even half an hour to just swing by, have a slice of pizza. And we didn't even ask for gifts. We just said, he has so many toys. Please just come celebrate. Just come get a slice of pizza, have some ice cream, wish him happy birthday, sing him the birthday song. That's all he wants for his birthday, is just hugs from people and maybe a card so he can say, look, birthday card. And people couldn't even do that. And like my own family, my mom calls me and she's like, what are you doing like today? What's up? And I was like, we're sitting and waiting for people to show up at the party. She's like, oh my gosh, the party was today? I was like, yeah, I've only been reminding you for the past month, you know, and I texted you yesterday to remind you, hey, don't forget, party this time. You know, you had an invitation hanging on your fridge. Like, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I totally forgot. I would come, but I'm on the West Coast, I'm at your aunt's. I'm like, great, okay, wonderful. So nobody came, and it broke my heart, and it broke my son's heart. So all of that to say, I'm so scared that's gonna happen with this baby shower. I mean, we don't have near the guest list we had for my son's party. We're only inviting like half of the people that we invited. So we only have like a 15-person guest list for people that we think would actually care enough to show up. So we might have like 5 people at this baby shower if anyone shows up. Like, that's my biggest fear, is that we plan this and we put time and effort into it and then nobody shows up again. So I'm starting to have kind of doubts about it. My husband is very confident that it will all go well and everything will be fine. But I'm having these doubts, like, will anybody come? Will they really come? Like, really? Are they going to? I don't know. So I guess we'll just see. We are still going to go ahead with it. But I am feeling kind of like, who would actually care enough to show up? You know, I don't know. I'm just having doubts about it. So please, you know, if you have any ideas or anything for how to get me to shake this feeling of nobody will come, let me know. I wish I could invite all of you, you know, to my baby shower, but you all live like millions of years away, so you can't come. I'm sorry. If you do want the link to my registry for whatever reason, I can give it to you if you want it. But I don't even think I'm going to put my registry like in the invitations. The registry is more of just like a checklist for my husband and I. We are not asking for gifts. We are not like expecting anybody to buy us anything. This is our second child. You know, we are not really in need of anything. Yes, we have some things we still need to buy, but we are more than capable of purchasing them ourselves. But we have had some requests of, hey, we would like to get you something like an outfit or just something cute for the baby. So if you're one of those people and you ask me for my registry, yes, I will give you the link. But no, we do not expect anybody to get us anything. This vlog has gotten kind of long, so I will show you guys my bump and I will wrap it up for you. So here we go, 26-week baby belly. This is from the side, nice and round, from the front, from the other side. So I feel like every week it looks more and more like a bump. So that's always exciting. So, but thank you all, as always, for your love and support. It really, really, really makes a difference and means the world. So thank you all so much for watching. And if you have questions, of course, please leave them below. But I love you all. Bye.